And now, Effective Communication with Phil Zeller, CEO, Dale Carnegie, Southwest Michigan.
You got to help me out. This guy says on paper he wants to hit me. He wants to hit me. That is ridiculous. This guy wants to physically assault me, and he wrote it down on his evaluation? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? So there I was. I was there with all these commanders, and I was doing leadership training. I'm going to take it back 20 years plus here. And we were having a sensational event, training on leadership and connecting with other people and being engaged in our communication as leaders. And we had a phenomenal day. And at the end of the day, if you've ever given a presentation or you taught a class or you've given a session, there's always evaluations, right? And I'm going to share with you that there's something you need to do with these evaluations. And it's not the day that you gave the presentation. I got this call this morning from a good friend of mine who just gave a national presentation, and he asked me to review his presentation this morning. I said, no, you're going to review it tomorrow. I made this mistake with these commanders 20 years ago at the end of my day of development with them. And they invited me back to have dinner with them. I thought, how cool is this? So we'll get back after people are going to go get cleaned up before dinner, and we're going to go have dinner that evening. And I had an hour and a half between the time we ended the training and the time that we actually were going to go have dinner. So I'm out in the parking lot. I'm in my vehicle. It's a nice day, and I've got all the evaluations that they've all filled out about how they thought the day went and how I did and what they learned and how they grew. And I thought, you know what? I got an hour and a half. I should read these evaluations. Au contraire, my friends. Do not read your evaluations right after you're done, especially if you're going to go back in that room with these people. Now, the beautiful thing about it was the majority of all these, great feedback. Great feedback. People were challenged. They were pushed. Their confidence grew, and they took away a lot of things that they could do to be a better leader and be more effective in their communication when working with other people. Now, in these events, especially if I'm dealing with people of high caliber, like a bunch of commanders, there is an expectation that's going to be met by myself and by them of mutual respect, of where we're going to hold each other accountable to successful outcomes. They're going to hold me accountable. I'm going to hold them accountable. And we do that out of respect and out of respect for our audience, especially when we know who our audience is. And in this situation, though, as I was reading through these evaluations, I found one very disconcerting evaluation. And in this disconcerting evaluation, this person, Lord knows what was going on in their life at this time. I don't know, because I hadn't been with these people prior to this one-day event. But obviously something was not going well in this person's life, because in their review, they were so frustrated with their day that they had made a comment just said, I want to hit this guy. Now, put that in perspective. If somebody just said they want to hit you, what would go through your head? They want to hit you. They give you a reason why. They just want to hit you. Now, that could be a multitude of reasons, and I didn't know what the reason was, but I knew that I did not want to get hit by somebody, especially somebody who was a commander, because that would be a messy situation for all involved. So I went to my key contact and I pulled him aside and said, I need to talk with you. I see, I couldn't help but go over my evaluations. I broke my own rule. I should have waited 24 hours, but I broke it today and I'm regretting it. He goes, well, what's going on? I said, I need you to look at this evaluation. And I handed it to him, and he read it, and he goes, this is unacceptable. This is unacceptable. Somebody will get fired over this. And I said, whoa, wait a minute. I'm not asking you to fire anybody. We have a bigger issue at hand. Why would somebody think it's okay to write that on an evaluation? And let alone, now I'm going to go have dinner in the room with this person. So I'm going to go in the room, have dinner with everybody, but I'm going to ask you to stay close to me, because I feel as if there might be somebody in this room who might not be on the same page as everybody else, and I want to be assured some protection being with you. He goes, no problem, Phil. He goes, I will take care of this, and this person will be disciplined, and they will probably lose their career. And I said, no, I don't want that. I said, we're going to have dinner. We're going to have a nice dinner. We're going to talk about this. We'll get together on Monday in your office and talk about this. So my point to you, you're going to get evaluations. You're going to think about how would your presentation go. Don't beat yourself up. Don't read the evaluations right after the event. Give yourself 24 hours, because in 24 hours, you can objectively look back at what you did when you gave that presentation or that talk or that interview and say, hey, what went really well and what can I do better next time? And by taking this objective approach, by waiting 24 hours, what you're going to find is that you did a really good job. There's just some things you can tweak and you will get better, my friends. That's how you improve. Now go make it happen.